Okay, we're here at the Course in Miracles Retreat 2003, and we've got a wonderful opportunity to sit here and talk to Chuck, a participant of the retreat. Hi, Chuck.
Hello, Mona.
Hello. Oh, you've got a beautiful smile there. Thank you for coming and sharing that with us.
You're very welcome.
Could you tell us a little bit about your experience at the retreat?
I'm, I guess I should go backwards just a little if I could, because I'm recently new to the area from Florida, and I was searching where I was living up here in Michigan now for something that had to do with the course. I'm a beginner in the course, about maybe 5 or 6 months, and I was looking for a place here in Michigan that would give me an opportunity to go to some course classes. And as I was searching the internet, Love Communications came up, and then I found out that there was a retreat going on up here in Gaylord, and the Spirit just led me up here to the drive, and what a unique experience. My experience with the course, of course, is hour and a half, 2 hour classes that I've been going to discussion groups, and to attend a retreat is certainly a blessing that's been given to me. So I've been led up here by the Spirit, and I'm going to take advantage of every minute.
That is so cool that you acknowledge spirit, and some people say gut feeling. There's a gut feeling that was just kind of pulling me there. Goes by a lot of names, but when we start to listen and feel it, things seem to go right a lot more often. That is cool. I what do you? I know I look forward to just knowing you longer, and the great things that are going to happen or are happening for you. Can you share any other thing that may have you said you've been doing it for about 5 months.
Yeah, about 5 or 6 months. I was in. I was originally introduced to the course by well, let me go backward just a little bit again. A year ago, I would have considered myself a very conservative Catholic apologetic, if you want to use that terminology, and was raised Catholic and spent a little time in the seminary. I thought that there was a calling even to the priesthood, so I've got a very somewhat broad Catholic background, Christian background. I went through a divorce about 2.5 years ago. Prior to that time, I was involved in another 12-step program, and when I got into that 12-step program about 10 years ago, I began searching for an answer. I couldn't grasp the answer in my so-called Christian faith at the time, and what I was searching for I didn't know, but I knew I was searching for an answer to how it was that I was able to overcome an addiction in my life. And I had whether you want to call it psychic experience or supernatural experience, to me it was certainly an act of God, because in a moment of desperation, humility, and tears, the obsession for my addiction was removed, and from that day on, I have never even looked or wanted or had a compulsion to want to go back to it. But I guess the point was, at that point I was looking, who is it? Where is it? How is it that something like that can happen? And I couldn't find the answer. And so I went to reading, spent hours and hours reading about different religions, trying to piece this whole thing together, and I couldn't find it. And I studied religions and theology and philosophies for 8 or 9 years. And finally, I was, one day a friend introduced me to the book, A Course in Miracles. And I looked at it, and when I went back home that night, I Googled it, what I Googled I thought was heretical. I searched through my Catholic tradition as to what it had to say about A Course in Miracles. And it told me, do not go there. And I passed this on to my friend, who was a course student and did not take it as an attack whatsoever, and just took it as love. And, hey, if you're ever ready, you know. And about a month later, I remember going through some stuff and seeing something that said A Course in Miracles, and I went out to Barnes and Nobles and I bought the book. And then I started running into people that were familiar with the Course. Spirit just kept leading me into people, and I'm here today. But the good news is that I found what I was looking for.
That is so cool. That is such an amazing story. And, you know, it's such a gift that you were able to recognize when Spirit was kind of tugging at you, just gently, just putting it there and putting it out there for you to maybe decide, you know. That really rocks. I really like that, and I'm familiar with the 12-step. And it's when you put this with the 12-step, it's like a synergistic effect occurs. You know, it's like huge. You know, when you go to the meetings, it's like, okay, you know, their understanding is just amazing.
I was telling Jim, I use the analogy, the 12-step program, the big book of AA is a kindergarten book of A Course in Miracles.
Oh my gosh, you've graduated.
Yeah.
You have graduated, and we are so blessed to just have your presence. And you know what? This testimony that you gave is very powerful, Chuck. It's very powerful. And I see that you're a contemplating person. You give thought to the things that you do and the decisions that you make. And you made a conscious decision to give this. And I thank you for all the love you gave today in this testimony. Thank you.
Oh, and I thank you for all the love that I've received from everybody here. Thank you, Mona.
You're welcome, Chuck.